Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Beretta 92S. This is a Italian police trade-in. It's a surplus gun. We're not going to be doing a full review of the 92S today. This is just in preparation of the review we're going to be having in a couple weeks, but this is going to go more in depth in the magazines for the surplus gun, how to get them. So we're going to be taking a small look at the 92S today. Since it is the predecessor to the 92FS. A few differences. There's the 92FS has the more of American style magazine release at the bottom of the trigger guard. This one has it as a heel release. So the 92S does use the heel release, and that is why it has the that's why a lot of the magazines you do see have that cutout still. You come with one, but it comes with a 92S magazine, which does not have the American style magazine cutouts. The easy solution to this is if you want to buy new magazines, you easily can. A new magazine will come with the American style. You can use this with the 92FS, 92A1, wherever you see fit, but also comes with the heel release still. Beretta to this day is adding that cut in for the surplus or for their 92S models. So this here is a new magazine. It still fits in the firearm. So you can pick up surplus magazines that will only be able to work in your 92S. Or if you ever plan on picking up a new 92FS, 92A1, you can pick up new magazines and use them in your surplus gun. But new magazines can cost you around $35. So if you're wanting to go on a cheaper route, the surplus M9 magazines, as you can see, does not have the cutout there. So here I have a surplus M9 magazine I bought at a local pawn shop for about $8. It looked just like this one before I made the cuts, and now it works in the 92S. It does lock the slide to the rear, and I have ran it multiple times. It's functioned every time, locked back every time I've shot it. It's ran very reliably. So tonight we are going to be taking these other two 92 or surplus M9 magazines that are missing the holes, and we're going to be cutting them to make them fit the 92S. So by the time we're done, it should have this same hole into these two. The tools you'll first need are laid out in front of us. First thing is a good pair of safety glasses, since we are working with a cutting tool. A Dremel tool. We'll need a cutting wheel, a sanding, polishing stone, some kind of punch. This here is a Glock takedown tool, a Sharpie, some type of small knife. We'll need some card stock. Now we are going to begin cutting the magazine catch for the 92S magazines. So these two we'll be cutting. This one is the factory 92S magazine. It does not have the 92FS magazine cuts up there like these do. It has the cut down here. So as we can see, the factory magazine seats in properly. It doesn't come out. Versus the surplus M9 magazines, they do not lock in there. Magazine sticks out a little bit. Here we have a couple snap caps in there just to represent real rounds, and it pops out even more. So it won't cycle anything, not picking anything up because it's not properly seated. First magazine we're going to be making cut for is this one. So what I like to do is I take the factory magazine, take a punch. We're going to be disassembling the magazine so we can get dimensions for the hole. So I'm just using a Glock takedown tool. It'll slide. Sometimes it's a little tricky, so I just take a screwdriver and kind of pry it the rest of the way off. There we go. So we have the base plate removed from here. This is where the cardstock comes in that we talked about earlier. Just the easy way to do this is gonna kind of cheat here, so we don't actually have to take any measurements, but you can just line your cardstock up at the bottom corner there on your magazine. Just kind of come in here, and then come in here. We're going to be making drawing where the cutout is. Okay. So right there we have our cutout. From there, I'll just be taking a box cutting knife, something sharp, and I'll just be cutting that cutout there out of it. Okay, so now I have it cut out. I don't try to go straight to the edges, and that way we can later on just fine tune it. Now we'll take the magazine, we'll be doing the cut in. Just disassemble it like we disassembled the other magazine. So that one actually came apart just a tad easier. Here, just make sure you're on the correct side. It is on the bottom right side of the magazine. If you have the bullets facing forward, it's on the bottom right. So what I'm just going to do here, it's pretty simple. Like we said, we're cheating. We're not using a dial caliber or any exact measurements. We're just getting it close to it. And so we'll just be taking our Sharpie, kind of drawing the outline on the, just going to be drawing the outline on the surplus M9 magazine. It's kind of faint there, but it's just enough so you can get a good get a good beginning cut on it. So this is where the safety glasses come in, since we are going to be cutting the magazine. But from here we're just going to be cutting out that green area there. That's a little smaller than what we will be needing, and so later on we'll be taking this tool here and polishing it, sanding it the rest of the way out. Something else you might want is gloves could come in handy, or you might be able just to deal with it, but I decided I want some gloves to keep sparks from flying on the hands. Okay, there's our hole. So now I'm just going to do a small test on it. There you go, it's just locked in there. So already it has locked in. I'm just going to take this sanding stone. See how that fits now. Seems to have a pretty positive fit right now. So now we're going to put the whole magazine back together, see how well it does run, and if we need to make any other minor adjustments to it. reassembly of the magazine is pretty easy. Just drop the follower in with the magazine spring, and just slide the base plate over it. So it does lock in there. We're just going to see if it locks the slide back, and it does lock the slide to the rear. Okay. This one here just slides right off. This one actually looks in a little bit better shape. Yeah, that there went just a little smoother. Did a little bit cleaner job, so just gonna pop it out. Grab our multi-tools. Just gonna kind of rip that tab off there. And there we go. So now I'm going to polish this back up just like I did the other one, and we're going to try it out in the Beretta again. See, that might be good enough. So let's see. So I think that needs just a little bit more. Yeah, that's not locking in there. So this here we'll have to cut it up, or we'll have to polish it up a little more because it's not locking in. And that's fine. Just some try on error. Just polish it up till it works. It's better to make the hole just a tad too small, and then just have to keep sanding it up till you actually get it to work. Okay. There we go. That's a good fit. So I'm just going to put this magazine back together, do some of the testing we did earlier and make sure they all work. Just as easy when you're putting this one back together. Follower, magazine spring, followed by your base. There we go. There we go, that's a nice lock. And does lock the magazine back. There we go, that's nice. So here we're just going to load up those snap caps, see if it feeds it well. Okay, to finish up the video, yes, I was wearing safety glasses the whole time. I was doing the cutting with the Dremel. I don't want any sparks flying off getting in my eyes. So we've not had a chance to take these two through the range yet. We'll be doing that in our upcoming video with the 92S. I have had a chance to take this one. This was the first magazine I did my cut in. I did this one over about a year ago now. So I've been using this magazine here for the last year, and it's been working well. But we'll take these to the range in the next video and show you how they run. Got some snap caps. This here was the factory 92S magazine, and yeah, still working. One thing you might want to do after you make those cuts. One thing you might want to do after you do cut those is clean out the magazines, since you did have some dust going in there, you had some sparks. Just clean it up for some reliable feeding. Something to be cautious of if you don't polish those down pretty well is it can be a sharp edge, so just be cautious when you are handling them. Hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And always have a good one. Beretta 92S magazine conversion.